I do.
But part of the enjoyment is for everyone else to share in the experience of your question, because I personally know that your question is awesome. So, when you raise your hand, because you want to ask a question, and I know you do, I'm going to walk over to you and give this microphone. And you're not going to like that. Okay, that was a little offensive. You can't talk way out here either. There's like this. I'm not even going to go there because this isn't that kind of show. If we were at Dragon Con, there would be a whole other topic. So, think of the question you want to ask. I will give you the mic. You'll keep it about 2 inches away from your mouth because now it has my Austin, Texas germs on it. And we'll ask Mary, and she will give you a completely, you have a question already. She's a red shirt, and you're still alive. That is awesome. I'm impressed. Here you go.
Hi Mary, it's an honor.
Thank you.
You play a beautiful woman, you are a beautiful woman, and you play a strong character in every show that you've done. At the end of Battlestar Galactica, it was pretty much brought to an end, but there were a lot of questions that we had. I was wondering what were some questions that you had, that if you could have had the answers after that was over, what questions would you have had answered?
I would love to have known what kind of a mother Laura Roslin might have been. She wasn't blessed with that particular assignment during that lifetime. And I would love to know, I often thought if you put Laura Roslin and Gaius Baltar into a room, I didn't mean it that way, you have very dirty minds. This is how I really meant it, but actually now that you bring it up. I just always, and I guess this is my feeling, I'm going to stand up and sitting too much. I guess this is my feeling about politics in general and humanity in general, is that quite often people are seemingly on the opposite sides of the fence and seemingly enemies. And I find over and over and over again in life that if you are forced to connect with your enemy, they can very quickly transform into your partner. That we are not as far apart as we think we are. We keep creating the distance, we create the walls. And so that's the biggest question I'm left with. If Laura Roslin and Gaius Baltar had been able to put their minds together literally, it could have saved a lot of people a lot of pain.
She'd have kicked his ass.
I wasn't really referring to what she could have done to him. I'm just saying, I think there were two interesting minds there that had to, by the nature of the circumstances, be in opposition. And I would have loved to have seen what would happen if they were forced to really allow the other person in. I don't mean literally. God, we can't get out of the gutter. Okay. Well, what else is new with me? Okay. Thank you. Good question.
This gentleman first, and then you're number 2, and number 3, 4.
It's an honor. What was it like to win a Peabody, and how did that compare to some other types of nominations like Emmys or Oscars, things like that?
Well, the big difference is that we won it. So right there. If you would say to me, what's your favorite award? I would say the Peabody. I also won an Obie once, but that was so long ago. The memory's a little faded. But the Peabody was an extraordinary honor. First of all, for an actor, it's amazing to be included in such a prestigious award for the writing. And to be able to come and see the level of specificity and the level of thinking and the level of intellectual debate that goes on prior to someone being given this honor of the Peabody. The actual ceremony was so impressive and so beautiful and so elegant. It was just an absolutely, what's the word? Uplifting situation, and you felt like every single person who actually won, including Ron, is a articulate, intelligent, responsible, passionate artist. Whether they were the news guys or the science fiction writers or, the comics, every single person thinks about the culture, thinks about the history, thinks about the context, and then they write within ideas that are relevant, no matter who they were and what they won. And so there's a very different environment than at the Emmys or the Oscars or the Golden Globes, or let's see, where else have I been? And I don't mean to put those others down. I'm just saying that in this sense, it's about that which is literate and has context that's undeniable. So it was really great and really fun to watch Ron, because as you all know, he's a very modest, somewhat shy human being. And so to see him in this position was really gratifying.
All right, I'm over 40, so I've already forgotten who was number 2.
Over 40 is no excuse. Oh, please, I don't want to hear about it. You're a baby.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think you did such a phenomenal job in Dances with Wolves.
Oh, thank you.
And I have thoroughly gotten into Captain Raider on the
Yes!
closer.
I really hope you're into Captain Raider.
Are the rumors true that they're going to do a sequel? I mean, a spinoff?
Yes, the rumors are true. Captain Raider is at the center of an ensemble that will include most of the people from the closer. And we start shooting this Friday.
All right, not because I'm over 40, but because I'm a cop. I have a bad memory. You really look like you're doing 75.
You said that you and Edward James almost have remained close, and I was curious if the two of you have discussed at all building a cabin.
Let me see if he's called yet. Hey, how's the cabin coming? No, we haven't. But I wouldn't put it past him. No, we're very good friends, and we're very. Eddie and I, it was really kind of a miraculous thing. So I was just talking to someone down at my signing table that we never really had an issue ever. Ever. Not as actors, not as people. We still haven't. Well, no, he had one issue with me, is that Randy and I, my husband, said yes to our son playing tackle football. And he adores my son. And he was like, but he's a musician. What if he gets hurt? So he wouldn't come to the games. Uncle Ed was really scared. But I'm standing here to tell you that Michael finished. He won Receiver of the Year. It was really a wonderful experience, and he's done tackle football. Other than that, I don't think Eddie and I have ever really had a disagreement. And I think that is just a gift. When you meet somebody who is a collaborator first and then becomes a lifelong friend and you get paid, you don't really understand quite why you're so lucky, and that's how I feel about him, and he may agree.
Very good. Yes, sir.